Hi everyone, Dean Matters here. Just thought I'd share a tip on some snare string or snare, the type of stuff that you connect the snare wires with to your snare drum. There's lots of different ways of doing it. A lot of new snare drums come with plastic tab kind of stuff. I think I might have some somewhere. And it's usually really cheap kind of stuff they use that they can quickly connect all the new snares up with, and it probably doesn't cost them much at all. No, I don't know. Anyway, you know what I mean. Every snare drum comes with that cheap clear plastic stuff that connects the snare wires. And the other option is this stuff. This is some ribbon type of stuff, like it's a woven material. You can see the texture, it's got the lines through it. Very, very strong, and it's very thin. You can get this stuff in Australia, you can get it from Spotlight. Probably any fabric store will have rolls of this stuff. That's another option if you want to do that. If you want to just change instead of having the clear tape, you can have this as a different option. Because it's very thin, sometimes it'll suit certain snare drums better. But the other thing I was going to show you today was snare string. It's not really string, it's more like a nylon cord kind of thing. I'll see if it'll focus on that. Probably won't. But you can kind of see the texture there, and it's a nylon kind of string. I think Pearl makes packets of the orange stuff, but this stuff is another thing that's available from like a fabric store or any, in Australia it would be called Spotlight again, or Lincraft or something like that. I went and bought a whole roll of blind cord, like what louver blinds, the cord that you pull on to make the blinds work. So this stuff, I bought heaps of it and I rolled it on a metal tube. This stuff is super strong, hardly ever wears out, and you can cut yourself whatever length you want. I reckon that's about, in metric it's about 25 centimeters. I just trim them all, get like bunches of 2, so I can just store them. You can just, they're really good just to chuck in your bag, in your stick bag, have spares. But one thing to do once you trim it, get a lighter and then just singe the end, just so it doesn't fray. So I'm sorry it's not gonna focus on that, but just do that with every end. Just get a lighter or over the stove or whatever you want to do, just dab it into the flame and it just melts the end so it doesn't fray. So there's a little quick tip for you. Hopefully it saves you some money, and I just thought I'd share that little thing there, and then just tie them together in a knot. If you can. And just store them in your bag. So then you never lose them. Alright, so that's just a quick tip that hopefully helps some of you in either a sticky situation or replace those cheap plastic tabs with something like that. The only downfall, well, positive and negative, some snare drums sound good when you put string on them because it moves the wires away. I'll do another video about this, because the thickness of this string actually lowers the wires just a little bit, and depending on how deep the snare beds are, sometimes this works really well and sometimes this works really well. This is called, it's spelled gross grain ribbon, but this is, you pronounce it grow grain ribbon. So hopefully that helps you. Anyway, thanks. Bye.